Rearranging formula. This is aimed at National 5 maths. So today we're just going to give some examples on rearranging formula, just simple examples. So in this example here, we have A plus B is equal to C. So this one's quite easy. We just have an easy one to start with. So we want to rearrange the formula to B. So if you've got A plus B is equal to C, how are you going to make this formula equal to B? You want to minus A on this side to get rid of A here. So minus A and plus A cancel each other out. But then you also want to minus A on this side. Okay, so you're left with B. So B is then equal to C minus A. Okay, so we've got 2A plus B here, and we want the subject to be A. So the first thing you do is get rid of the B here first. So we will just write this out, 2A plus B is equal to C. So we want to get rid of the B, so we minus B on this side. That cancels B's here. You also want to minus B on this side as well. So 2A is then equal to C minus B. Okay, this is 2A, so A, you just want to, if you want to get rid of the 2, you divide by 2 here, cancel, cancel. Then you also want to divide by 2 on this side. Okay, so that leaves us then, I'll write it down here so a bit more space. So A is then equal to C minus B divided by 2. So we've got 2A plus C is equal to D. We want the subject to be B. So I just write this out. 2A over B plus C is equal to D. Okay, so we've got a fraction here, so let's get rid of the C first. Okay, so if we minus C on this side, we get rid of the positive C. We've also got to minus the C on this side. So then that gives us 2A over B is equal to D minus C. Okay, so we're looking for B. So if we can, there's two options here. If we take the B up here, because it's being divided, we can do that first. We can then say 2A is then equal to B multiplied by, and you can put this in brackets, D minus C. Then what you can do is, because it's B that we want, if we then divide this side by D minus C, that cancels this, and you're left with just B. Okay, so we can then say, sorry, we also have to do that on this side, divide by D. So whatever you do on one side, you've got to do on the other side. So then that leaves us, we're now just left with B. So B is then equal to 2A divided by D minus C. Okay, so we've got z squared minus 3y is equal to x, and we want z. Okay, so I'll just write this out. So z squared minus 3y is equal to x. Okay, and we want z. So first of all, we're going to get rid of the 3y. So if we plus 3y on this side, cancel, cancel. We've also got to plus 3y on this side. So z squared is then equal to x plus 3y. Now this is z squared, so we want just z on its own. So if you write this out, z squared, and we take the square root of z, they cancel, but you've also got to take the square root of everything on this side. So that's x plus 3y. Okay, so that leaves us with z is equal to the square root of x plus 3y. Okay, so we've got another example here, so 2y squared plus 2x is equal to z, and we want y. So again, let's get rid of the 2x here. So it'll be minus 2x, they cancel. Also go to minus 2x on this side, so 2y squared is equal to z minus 2x. We want to get rid of the 2, so we want y on its own. So if we divide this side by 2, that cancels 2, but we also want to divide this side by 2. So that then leaves us, which is with y squared on its own. So we've got y squared is equal to z minus 2x over 2. And to get y on its own, we just take the square root, what we did before. So if we've got y squared, and we take the square root of that, it cancels the square, but you've also then got to take the square root of z minus 2x divided by 2, and that gives you y. Okay, so here's another example here. Well, z squared minus 3y over 2 is equal to x, and we want z. Okay, so if we bring the 2 up here, it's multiplying, it's going to multiply. So you can times this side by 2. Okay, and that cancels the 2 there, and it cancels this 2. You've also got to times it by 2 on this side, so z squared minus 3y is equal to 2x. Okay, so now next step is to get rid of the 3y. So if we plus 3y here, it cancels, and got plus 3y on this side. So z squared is equal to 2x plus 3y. And it's the same as what we did before. If we then take the square root of z, so if we take the square root of z, that cancels, and it cancels the square here. You've then got to take the square root of this side. So that leaves us with z is equal to the square root of 2x plus 3y. Thank you for listening. I hope you found that useful. Please visit my website www.agradetuition.com for more tutorial videos.